Is Super Mario Bros. Wonder good? Yes, it's extremely good. But you probably don't need me to tell you that. If you're watching this review, you've probably also seen many other reviews, all spewing positive praise for this astonishing game. So instead of a traditional review, I'm going to break down not why New Super Mario Bros. Wonder is good, but why it's special, and why it truly manages to stand out in an incredibly crowded release year. I actually played and completed this game live on stream, so you can check that video out if you fancy, and if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe. We're so close now to our goal of 500 subscribers, and I massively appreciate every last one of you. Now, with that being said, here is why Super Mario Bros. Wonder manages to stand out in a year filled with Game of the Year winners, even though it may not win that award itself. Enjoy. Super Mario Bros. Wonder stands out in today's crowded market of games, almost just because of its sheer creativity. There's so much wonder involved in every step of playing this game, and that feeling never goes away. From the very second that you start the game, it's easy to see how passionate the development team were on this one. Nintendo said that the team for Mario Bros. Wonder weren't given a goal or a deadline to produce the game, and you can absolutely tell. There are just so many ideas in this one singular game that you could make several games out of just a single one of them. The unbridled sense of creativity just stretches on and never fails to surprise you as you uncover more and more. Every level may have a rough theme that's mostly to do with the world you're in, but this theme stretches almost no further than the colour palette. Expect anything in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and this is never more evident than when Wonder Flowers are involved. In every stage of Mario Wonder, there are two Wonder Seeds to be found. One at the end of the level, as a reward for completion, and one as a reward for obtaining and then completing a Wonder Flower. Wonder Flowers are exactly why Super Mario Bros. Wonder is consistently unique all the way through. They completely change the dynamic of the level, changing it in an instant to flip the perspective, add a completely new spin on the level you're doing, transform Mario, or even break into a song, accompanied by dancing enemies. There's just so much joy and so much to admire about how the creative team are able to consistently keep things interesting by adding and removing new mechanics as they see fit, and it keeps the game from feeling stale, even with the staggering number of courses that they decided to include this time around. This is by far the biggest 2D Super Mario game since I was born, and so it's even more astonishing that it never, ever gets boring. The fact that I was able to complete it in a single sitting, while never feeling bored or like I wanted to move on, is especially telling in this, as I've been known to have a relatively short attention span, but something about this game kept my attention completely, the entire way through. And the time that I completed in isn't a reflection of how long the game is, because I pretty much rushed through the game because I really wanted to get to review it, and also by the end of a 10-hour stream that starts at 12 AM, I was a little bit tired. In a world of games dominated by unnecessary bloat and unneeded mechanics, Super Mario Bros. Wonder stands out as a game that never rests on its laurels, no matter how impressive those laurels are. There's so much here that it could almost be described as wasteful. Something else that keeps this game apart from most other games released in this modern age of bugs and broken live service launches is how unbelievably polished it is at launch, despite being absolutely stunning to look at. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is a beautiful game, with bright colours permeating every frame, and a huge variety of styles. This lack of a single distinct style is actually what makes Wonder unique. It dips into several different styles in order to create a phenomenal depiction of what the Switch is capable of. It puts games such as the newer entries in the Pokemon series to shame, as it shows that the Switch can handle truly incredible looking titles, without losing too many frames in the process. Performances are mostly consistent at 60 FPS, with some frame drops during scene switching and some particularly intense scenes, but it never interrupts gameplay, and it never lasts more than a split second. Surprisingly enough, the one area that Super Mario Wonder appears particularly polished is the one area that Nintendo games have consistently struggled with, and that's online play. Recent Mario games such as Super Mario Maker 2 have attempted a few different ways of transitioning Mario to the online play era. Of course, Mario has been and always will be a staple of couch co-op, but Super Mario Bros. Wonder takes this to the next level and incorporates online play in the most efficient way that I've seen yet. If you decide to hop into a game with a friend, Wonder won't force you to keep pace. In fact, you're totally free to complete the game in whatever way, order, or speed that you're comfortable with. You're just joined by a friend who's also doing the same, but you're not forced together. Instead, the other player takes the form of a ghost, which is an uninvasive way of feeling a sense of togetherness while exploring the Flower Kingdom. Bumping into my friend at random locations all over the game was always a joy, and it would bring a smile to our faces every single time. If you're not playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder with a friend, then Nintendo also has an online mode for you. You'll bump into random players all over the world, and they're able to revive you if you die, or they can place standees at helpful locations, which can either revive you, or they can provide useful hints as to the location of a hidden objective or collectible. You're also totally at your leisure to turn these features off as you please, and it all adds up into the smoothest online experience of any Nintendo game yet, besides maybe a Splatoon 3. It's these little factors that all add up to make Super Mario Bros. Wonder feel like an experience that was crafted by a team of creative experts, all at the top of their game and all looking to create the best product that they possibly could. And that's why Super Mario Bros. Wonder stands out from the crowd. It may not be the sort of game that will win Big at the Game Awards, or be a game of the generation, but it does prove there's still life in the 2D Mario formula, and finally brings up to speed with its 3D counterparts. Mario Bros. Wonder is a creative marvel, an expertly crafted, pristinely presented, beautifully made piece of art, and even if it doesn't win any awards this year, it'll be my game of the year regardless. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and have a great day everyone. Bye bye.